The next way to make your Spanish study more efficient is not studying with notebooks. Okay, and this goes back to the first point, which is that, if our goal is conversations, then you gotta ask yourself, what is conversations? Because what is it that we actually want? Like, what do you want to have happen? Conversations don't have any reading or writing, do they? No, they only have two things: speaking and understanding. When I say understanding, I mean understanding spoken Spanish. And so if you think about what a conversation is, it's a back and forth, right? And so it's this sort of back and forth of one person speaking and the other person listening and understanding, and then switch. The other person is speaking and you're the person who is listening and understanding. And so fundamentally, the first point we went through is that if what you're studying isn't speaking and understanding spoken Spanish, then your study is fundamentally lower leverage, right? Less efficient. But this ties back into how you study, where when you're trying to learn something or remember something, are you writing it down on your notebook or are you saying it out loud to yourself? Because the problem is when you are writing it down in your notebook, it's a sort of psychological thing where when you write it down, and you close the notebook and set it, you're setting it and forgetting it. Like, that's why we have that phrase of set it and forget it. Like, you're writing it down and then you're forgetting it. That's the function of the notebook, right? Think about, like, that's the whole function of writing. It is in order to have documentation of the thing. But you don't want documentation of learning Spanish. No, you want to actually speak Spanish. You want to actually know Spanish, right? You don't want the language on your piece of paper. You want the language in your head. Everyone tells you to have notes, right? To write notes. And by the way, if you're just getting started, I highly recommend joining the Speedy Spanish Hub. It's a free community I created with a bunch of free resources and guides to help you start learning Spanish with these methods. And it'll be the first link in the description.